Welcome. Today, we're diving into a truth so sharp it can cut through the most fortified illusions. You've heard the saying, truth is bitter, but the sweetest of all. But what if I told you that truth isn't just bitter, it's often the bitterest thing of all? Let's start with this. The truth is a weapon. It doesn't care if you're right or wrong, if you're kind or cruel. It's unyielding. It doesn't soften with time. It doesn't apologize for being inconvenient. When you tell the truth, you're not just stating facts, you're exposing the cracks in people's facades. Think about the last time you told someone the truth. Did they thank you? Or did they shut you down? Did they walk away? Or did they lash out? Because that's the thing about truth. It's not always welcomed. It's often met with resistance, denial, or even hatred. Why? Because the truth threatens the status quo. It challenges beliefs, upends comfort, and forces people to confront their own flaws.
Consider the people around you. Your friends, your family, your coworkers. How many of them have you told the truth about? Maybe you said something like, "You're not as smart as you think," or "That project is a disaster." What happened? Did they listen? Or did they twist it into something else? Because that's the bitter truth. Truth is rarely accepted as truth. It's reframed, rationalized, or buried under layers of lies. And then there's the world outside your circle. Politicians, celebrities, corporations, they all know the power of truth, but they also know how to weaponize it. They say things like, "I'm telling the truth, but you too dumb to understand." Or, "The truth is complex, so let's simplify it for you." The bitter truth is that truth isn't just about facts, it's about control. The more truth you share, the more power you take from those who want to keep things hidden. But here's the kicker. Truth tellers are often the first to be discarded. When someone says, "I saw what you did," or "You're lying about that," they're not just being honest, they're being a threat. They're the ones who ruin the illusion, who make people face their own contradictions. And that's why the bitter truth is that truth is a lonely path. You see, when you tell the truth, you're not just revealing someone else's fault. You're also exposing your own. You're admitting that you've seen something, that you've known something, that you felt something. And that vulnerability, that's what makes truth so bitter. It's not just about being right, it's about being seen. Take the example of whistleblowers. They're hailed as heroes, but how many of them end up isolated, hunted, or broken? The bitter truth is that truth doesn't guarantee safety. It guarantees scrutiny. It guarantees judgment. And sometimes, it guarantees a lifetime of pain. Even in personal relationships, the truth can be a poison. You tell your partner, "You never listen to me," and suddenly they're defensive. You tell your boss, "This plan is flawed," and they're furious. The bitter truth is that truth is a double-edged sword. It cuts through lies, but it also cuts through trust. And let's not forget the cost of truth in a world obsessed with validation. When you speak the truth, you're not just sharing information, you're demanding recognition. You're saying, "I know what's real, and you don't." That's why the bitter truth is that truth is a burden. It's not just about speaking up, it's about carrying the weight of others' reactions.
So why do we keep telling the truth? Because we have to. Because we know that without it, we're just shadows of ourselves. The bitter truth is that truth is the price of integrity. It's the cost of being human. It's the reason we feel pain, but also why we grow. In a world that's built on lies, truth is the last thing we can rely on. But but it's also the thing that makes us worth something. So when you speak the truth, remember this. You're not just telling a story. You're defying the silence. You're choosing to be real, even when the world wants you to be fake. Because the bitter truth is that truth is the only thing that lasts. And if you're brave enough to say it, even when it hurts, you'll be remembered. Not for the comfort you gave, but for the truth you dared to share. Thank you.